Hi, this is Are Tømmerås at Migris. This is part 3 of our instruction video series for the new MigriX lightweight petroleum systems modeling software. And in this video we'll be looking at the injection migration functionality in MigriX. So here we have opened a very simple model with only 2 layers and 1 source rock. So we will now try to inject some hydrocarbons into the lowermost layer here. So I start by picking point, going to the inject hydrocarbons panel, where we can give a name for the injection. We can choose which type of injection we want to run, which can be either fixed, scaled, or it can be an area. We can also choose the layer we want to inject into and set the volumes of gas and oil that we want to inject. Here for the first test we may reduce the gas a bit and increase the oil. So now we're injecting 300 million cubic meters. Press apply to run the simulation. Okay, so this is quite fast. And we see now that there is migration paths coming from the point we started, and it's starting to fill into a trap just to the north. But maybe we want to increase this a bit. We want a bit more volumes. So we open the dialog again and use the same values for the gas, but increase the oil to 600. Again, press apply, simulate. And we see that the trap now spills into another trap further to the north. So we're starting to get a spill fairway and passing through 4 different traps. Okay, but still it can be increased further. So we open the inject hydrocarbons panel again and increase the volumes to 1200 million cubic meter. And run a new simulation. Okay, and then we see that it's actually starting to spill in a different direction. So it's turning and going southwards into a new trap. But still it's not filling the full spill fairway, so we can increase it even further. So let's try with 1500 million. Then we see it's spilling all the way up to this trap at the southeastern corner and out of the model area. Now we may want to look in more detail at the traps along this spill fairway. So we can go into the traps folder and plot the trapped columns and the unfilled columns. So these are in meter. Go back to the flow paths. We can pick one of the traps, take the last one and open the trap viewer for this trap to look in more detail at the evolution through time and see that it's picked this trap and it's looking at the trapped volumes. You see that it's about 300 million cubic meters that has reached this one. And we can also pick more traps. We take all along the spill fairway. So we see that it's a whole series of traps. And we can look at the trapped hydrocarbons within each of these structures. So we see as the largest one is about 600 million cubic meter, while some are fairly small. We can also look at the volumes passing through each of the structures with the mainly spill volumes. And we may also choose to sum the volumes from all the traps and look at the combined results. And then we see that the total sums up to about the same as what we injected. So there's actually very little going out of the model in this scenario. Okay, so now we have shown the analysis of a single spill fairway. We can now pick multiple points instead and do the same type of analysis. So here we have picked 8 points. Do the inject hydrocarbons menu and use the same settings as before, but we can increase the gas a bit to 100, and for the oil we use 1000 million, and we run the injection simulation, and again this should be quite fast, and now we see that we have a series of migration stringers coming from each of these points that we picked. And there are a lot of small traps and some big ones that are filled along the migration ways. And we also see that some of the migration paths merge. So there are only 3 or 4 exit points. We hope this video has clarified any questions you might have. And please use the contact information shown on the screen if you have any further questions. Thank you.